What is up, guys? Welcome to episode number 23 of Reezy Talks, formerly called Money Talks, but that didn't fit right. I didn't sit right with me, so I just changed it because I just wanted a broader title. So it's Reezy Talks now. It's episode number 23. How is everybody doing out there in Internetville on YouTube? If you're here on YouTube right now, put a comment down there. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know what you're thinking. If you're listening to this on my podcast, I appreciate that. And I would appreciate if you left me a review on the iTunes store, whatever it's called. If you like it, cool, hit me with the 5. If you don't like it, hit me with the 5 anyways, just because you like me. So what we're going to talk about today is we're going to talk about the solar eclipse, along with anything else that you guys want to talk about in regards to Amazon, FBA, or eBay, if you want to get into my limited eBay brain. But the number that you guys can call me on is 209-83-Reezy, and just call in, and I will answer any questions you have about Amazon, FBA, eBay. I even know a little bit about private label wholesale. Anything you guys want to know about, just call in and we will discuss it. 209-83-Reezy. Let me head over to the YouTube comments. Again, if you're listening to this on the podcast or you're watching this after it was recorded live on YouTube, you're missing out on a big part of the community, which is the live chat. It's not called the live chat just because it's a live chat. It's live. You know what I mean? It's like super live. And there's a lot of good vibes going down in there. What up, Richie Glenn's, Resell Dude, Keeping Deals, FTP Blast, the Raleigh Book Guy, Bobby Moons, Tracy Thrifts, David Jamarillo. What up, Red Rocket, Tiffany 3811, Flossin Daily says Resell Gang. You know what's up. Let's see. Man, Warsama, I'm great. What does the solar eclipse have to do with book reselling on Amazon? It's not specific to selling books, but it has to do with Amazon, and it has to do with making money. So we'll talk about that in a second. We got a call real quick. Let's answer this call. You're live on Reezy Talks. Who's this?
My name's Colby. And I just recently followed you on Insta and just got introduced to the hustle via Gary V.
Nice.
Which I'm sure you get lots of people from, right?
Yeah, definitely. What's up, man? How can I help you?
Thank you for taking the call. So pardon me for being the guy who calls in first and doesn't really know what's going on, but two questions. One, could you give me just like a quick introduction for someone who's totally new? I understand you move a lot of books. And two, separate question, there's a lot of like phony accounts. I ran into this through eBay. Lots of phony accounts sending messages, basically saying stop selling product because of trademark stuff. Have you ever ran into any trademark issues?
Yeah.
Those are my two questions, Mr. Reezy. Thanks for taking my call.
Cool. So I'm going to hang up now, but I'll answer your question. Thanks for calling in.
Thanks, man.
So to answer your question, first question, basically what's going on with me? What are we doing? I sell books on Amazon, primarily books, primarily on Amazon, and we do them using Fulfillment by Amazon, which is Amazon's fulfillment service. So instead of storing inventory at my warehouse or my house or whatever, and then having to wrap it and ship it out when it sells, we ship everything out in bulk to Amazon, and they store it. And then when it sells, they ship it out. And so it gets the little Prime logo on Amazon, which means customers trust it more. You make more sales, and you can charge a premium for your products. So that's the gist of it. We get books from thrift stores, from yard sales, estate sales, Craigslist, putting up your own classified ads, making deals with thrift stores, libraries, different stuff like that. But basically getting books as cheap as possible, as many as possible, and shipping them off to Amazon as efficiently as possible so that we can focus on making sales and acquiring inventory, not on fulfilling orders. That's basically the gist of it. And the second question, have I ran into the trademark stuff? So I've ran into a little bit of issues with that. I mostly sell books, so I probably don't run into as much as other people. But main thing is I hit them up and I'm like, hey, according to first sale doctrine, I can still sell this item because I purchased it lawfully, and just hit them with the Wikipedia for the first sale doctrine. And usually they leave you alone. If they come back after that, maybe it's time to take it more serious. Generally, I feel like Amazon is gonna just block you from selling a product if you're not supposed to sell the product. And there is a lot of, like you said, fake people sending out fake requests. I actually seen someone was training people in their course with a fake template for a cease and desist letter to send to their competitors on Amazon to scare them into not selling the product. So what you want to do is just make sure that the letter is actually coming from the rights owner and not your competition that's just trying to scare you off of the product before you just quit and give up. But you definitely want to take them serious. You don't want to get your account banned or get a strike on your record for doing anything like that. But you got to make sure that it's not that it's the real rights owner and it's not someone just trying to hit you sideways with the tactic. Thanks for the questions. Definitely appreciate the call in. If you guys have any questions and you're live on YouTube right now, please put question in all caps and then follow it up with a question. I am hitting the comments real quick to see if we got another question. Let's see. Is Rosa coming with the coffee? I hope so. Maybe. I doubt it. She's super busy. She's probably unboxing some boxes or making dinner or something. Smash the like button if you like me, if you like my broadcast, if you appreciate the knowledge that I give you guys. I really, really appreciate it. Keith Caverly, hello from Ireland. Sorry I couldn't get to London to meet you. Maybe next time. Hey, maybe next time I'll come to Ireland. That would be amazing. So I'm also live on Instagram right now, guys, and I have a question here from Hamza Hidayat, and he said, how can I sell a product on FBA if I'm based in the Philippines? So it's pretty simple. You're going to need a US-based Amazon account. You could sell on Amazon USA from any country in the world. You need a US-based Amazon account, and you need a US bank. You're going to need that to get the Amazon account in America. Once you have those two things set up, you are going to have to you have a couple courses of actions. You can ship stuff directly to FBA from whatever country you're at, but that will take a long time. What I would recommend would be ordering stuff in America online to an American fulfillment center. To a prep center. So a prep facility is going to be like Prime Zero Prep or something. That's one of them. But basically, they take your orders in and hold them for you until you amass a large amount, and then they forward them to your Amazon FBA account for you for a pretty good rate, like $1 a product or something like that, depending on the size, I'm sure. I don't use them, so I don't know the details, but I do know lots of people that are making a living. My boy Park J TV out in Korea, he's buying books using eFlip, which is an online arbitrage software for books. There's a link down below for a 10-day free trial if you guys want to check it out. He buys books using the software and then ships them to an American prep center, and then they forward them to his American Amazon account. And so he's in the Philippines. He's in Korea, but he's making American dollars on the American Amazon platform. So you can do this from anywhere. Doesn't have to be books. You could use tactical arbitrage software or just good old hustle muscle and buy stuff from online stores anywhere, Kmart, Walmart, Target, Bonton, whatever, and then get that shipped to your prep facility and then have that forwarded to Amazon for you. So you're not really limited to wherever you're at. Can you make some coffee? Appreciate it.
Phone jacks.
Oh, I don't know. Let's see. We got another caller from Raleigh, North Carolina. You're live on Reezy Talks with Reezy Resells. Who's this?
Hey, Reezy, this is Raleigh Book Guy. How you doing, man?
Good. How are you, man? I think I saw one of your posts today on Instagram.
Yeah, dude. Me and my wife were blown that you liked that. It was pretty sweet.
Awesome.
First of all, man, I just want to do a quick jab. last fall I lost my job and we had a baby, and we got into this thing, and because of your free content and just you pouring your heart out on these videos, man, we were able to make some awesome income. So it's been a super, super blessing. We're not making millions of dollars, but we're able to pay for almost all our bills and utilities and still hold full-time jobs. So it's been really, really cool.
That's
so thank
sick.
you, man. Thank you for everything you're doing.
I'm so glad. Thank you for taking action, man. A lot of people, they take up information, but they don't take action, or they don't, believe it's real or whatever. So shout out to you for making it happen.
Yeah, bro. Thanks, man. My question, Reezy, is this. According to Gary V's Instagram DM video, I've been wondering, what are your thoughts on me using Instagram like a jab, jab, jab to different people to try to find other sources and leads to find books? Do you think that's all right? And what's your thoughts? I'm trying to find different means of sourcing and trying to get creative and clever.
Okay.
I'll just tag off, bud. Thanks, buddy.
All right, cool. Thank you. Sorry, we're back on Instagram Live. When I get a call, it gets disconnected. I'll just end that. Sorry, Instagram guys. It sounds like a good idea, but I don't exactly know where you're going with it as far as who are you going to direct message on Instagram to ask, hey, I sell books. If you have any, forward them my way. I mean, basically just random people, one at a time. I mean, that could work. I mean, that's basically the same thing as going door to door in your neighborhood and just handing out a flyer, like, how American Pickers do. Here's a little list of what we're looking for. Hey, here's my name. Shake my hand. I sell books. If you have any, give me a call. Drop them off on my porch. I live down the street. Or, go into rich neighborhoods and do that. The same thing. Maybe you could direct message people that work at law libraries or at lawyers' offices, or I just think that those accounts that are going to have the books are going to be hard for you to find on Instagram. What I think would be a much better strategy is to do it on Facebook in the local college groups. Almost every college is going to have a Facebook group associated with it. And if you get into those groups and introduce yourself, a lot of them have more than one, maybe even 3 or 4 or 5 for the different, niches of the college group or whatever. But just get in there, introduce yourself in the same thing. Hey, I buy books. Contact me if you guys have books for sale and whatever. And then the college kids at the end of the semester, they will see your notice and they will hit you up. Maybe you say like guaranteed to give you more money than the local college bookstore will or whatever. And then in the Facebook group, those guys will hit you up, and then you just field the requests like that after that. But as far as Instagram, I don't know. I'm just not seeing the light on that so much. It seems harder to find people that are going to have books or to use your time in an efficient way. You're going to send out a bazillion DMs versus going into these college groups and just making one post in each one, maybe one post every couple days or something like that. Maybe you go to the local college bookstore and you partner with them to buy the books that they don't want to buy or whatever, different stuff like that. But as far as Instagram, I don't see that being super beneficial. But again, you could use Instagram. Maybe you set up an Instagram that says Cash for Books Raleigh, at Cash for Books Raleigh or something like that. And then you advertise it on Instagram. You make a promoted post like hand up with money, pile of books. You like got books, need money, something like that. And then you promote it on Instagram and you select the traffic to be like 18 to 35-year-olds only in the Raleigh, North Carolina area. And then maybe that's like the same thing as having a banner up at the college campus or something, maybe even better because people walk around at school on their phones, not looking up at the banner. So yeah, actually there is some potential there. You just have to figure out exactly how you're going to attack it and get your ask in front of the eyes of the people that have the books, and lots of them for not too much money. So maybe take that route that I just suggested, where you make an account and then you make a post and then you promote it to the audience that you want to see it, versus just sitting there and banging out a bazillion DMs to every single one. But if you do the bang it out strategy, you should try and focus on people that are going to have a better return for your investment, meaning they're college professors, they're people that work at lawyers' offices, etc. But like I said, those are harder to nail down, those people on Instagram. That was a great question, though. I appreciate it. If anyone has any other questions, please feel free to call in. The number is 209-83 Reezy, and I would love to answer some questions for you. Tiffany3811 says, does Amazon list for you? Do you pretty much source and things and ship them to Amazon? So you list them yourself, and then you box them up and forward them to Amazon, and they deal with them for you. Flossin Daily says, when reselling, do you recommend starting a business LLC? I do, but not at first. So at first, you're just going to run it yourself as a sole proprietorship. And then after it gets a little bit more serious, you should probably switch over to an LLC. And then when it gets even more serious, you should probably switch over to an S Corp so that you can save 15% on the self-employment taxes. Charlize says, I'm here to talk to hot girls. I don't think you're in the right place, dude. Oh, man. Where are the mods at? We got to be banning these people. Banned. Let's see. See if we got any more questions on here. Question, can an Amazon reseller get banned for life? And if so, what are the main reasons for getting a life ban? So when Amazon suspends you, it basically is a life ban unless you fight it back and get your account reinstated. So it's up to you to get your account reinstated. And if you don't, you cannot make an Amazon account to sell ever again. So they have systems in place to detect your name, bank account, etc. I'm not saying you can't get around that. You can use a family member's name. You could use a different bank account, a different address, a different phone number, etc. But it's not going to actually it's not good. You know, it's not like you can just make another account after they ban you. You have to be tricky about it. And you got to make sure that you're in good standing. You don't want to lose your Amazon account, especially not for anything stupid. Let's see. Hoovy the Real says, should I lower my prices to hang on with others or hold firm for fourth quarter? If you have toys, you should wait. It's not time to sell toys yet. Toys are going to fly like crazy the last 2 weeks of November and the first 2 weeks of December. That's like the 30 days where toys fly exponentially fast. Let's see. What's the highest sales rank you'd ship a book into FBA? Put that question on the comments again after this call. That's a good question. You're live on Reezy Talks. Who's this?
Hey, what's going on, Reezy? This is Drew right now.
Hey, what's up, Drew? How you doing, man?
Everything great. Fantastic. How was the trip in London, man? That thing looks crazy.
Oh, man, it's so fun. I still got 3 more videos to make. The Stonehenge video, and then we had a whole day in London video, another whole day, and then the day, you know, we're leaving London or whatever. We went and saw like the Abbey Road thing, the Beatles, where they shot their cover.
Okay. Really fun.
Really cool though, man. It's a different world out there. I gotta travel a lot more, man. America is not the coolest place, maybe, or maybe I'm just tired of it.
Absolutely. Hey, man, so I know one of the last times that we talked, I was able to tell you about how I was able to close a deal for me to be their social media manager and all this stuff.
Nice.
And I will not forget that you told me, call me 60 days and tell me what you've done. And the 60 days kind of passed already.
Yeah.
But I know you were traveling around and you were not able to do this. But right now, I could tell you that I've been running the social media and it's been great, man.
Nice.
Just a lot of feedback and a lot of things going on with that. A lot of things that I don't know. I'm even jumping into Facebook marketing, and I've been using Facebook ads to kind of bring in traffic more into like the conversion side of things.
Nice.
But I would love for you to check it out. It's Guardian Adjusting SL. And you could definitely give me some feedback. You see the type of posts that I've been doing, and it's definitely following some of the system that you talk about, that Gary Vee talks about, and pretty much duplicating that.
That's awesome, dude. Send me a DM on Instagram, and I'll go from there and check it out.
Okay, not a problem. No official conversion yet. Honestly, the leads that I've gotten from this whole thing so far has been people trying to sell me something. So, but it's definitely been fun, and I've learned a lot, and I could just feel like one of the deals is gonna come through soon enough.
Awesome, man.
So just gotta keep at it.
Keep working at it, man. You'll get it.
Absolutely, man. Just wanted to thank you for definitely giving me a boost with that, and hope the best.
All right, man.
No stress.
Yeah. Keep hustling, man. Thanks for calling in. I'm gonna hit you up on Instagram. Have a good one, bro.
All righty. You too, brother. Thank you.
All right. So let me see. There was a question here. I just missed it over here. It was question. Are you inclined to do a bit more merchant fulfillment in light of long-term storage fees? Definitely. I'm not slated to be able to do that right now just because I don't have the facilities for it, and I'm not looking forward to storing books locally and having to hire a new employee just to wrap books, because you're going to be making like $2 to $3 a book, but you'll sell like 100 books a day. So that's like 300. And then you pay an employee $15 an hour, 8 hours a day. What's that? 80, 120 bucks or whatever. So you'll still be making profit. It's just a ton of work and requires facilities for that. So I'm not looking forward to it. But just because of the way that the fee structure is now, you should know, if you sell books, you scan books that you used to be able to make money on, and now you're looking at it and it's a loss and it's not even worth it. So merchant fulfillment definitely looks like that's in the future for booksellers. Probably should already be doing it if you have the facility to do it. I would rather focus on mailing out more books than have to focus on fulfilling orders. And I don't have a staff currently to focus on fulfilling orders, just on sourcing and shipping products out. So I would have to take time away from that for them to fulfill orders. And it's just not something that I want to do. I would rather buy more inventory that I could ship off to Amazon for profit. I also sell shoes. So that's a difference between me and someone who sells only books. Let's see. So did you guys see the solar eclipse today? Let me know if you saw the solar eclipse. Put a emoji with sunglasses in the box if you saw the solar eclipse today. And again, smash the like button if you are watching this broadcast and you appreciate it, because I appreciate you, and that helps me to show up in the Discover feed for other people that are looking for this kind of content. Let's see. The book guy, Raleigh book guy, says, what would be the first step to get into wholesale? Is there someone making videos for wholesale like you do for books? I'm sure there is. I'm not quite aware of it, but my go-to guy to ask questions for wholesale would be Watch Me Amazon on Instagram. Larry is a great dude, and he's killing it over in Brooklyn, which is super expensive area to be in. I've been in his warehouse. I've met him personally. Great dude, very knowledgeable. And I did see that he just picked up a new DSLR camera. So I think he's going to start making some YouTube videos. So reach out to him on Instagram and see, ask him if he's going to start making some videos. Give him some questions, because those questions are ideas for videos for him to make. Let's see. Do you do OA with Keepa or strictly eFlip when it comes to books? I prefer to use eFlip, but Keepa's great too. I used to use Keepa before eFlip came out. Keepa is particularly great when the drops line up perfectly with the period since textbook season. So if you have like the 90-day drop set on Keepa and it's been 90 days since textbook season, you can really see the drop from the peak price to the current price, like super obvious. And that's a great free tool that people should be using. You can find great deals using Keepa. If you guys don't know about what I'm talking about, it's keepa.com, KEEPA.com. Huge resource for finding drops in prices of books. Let's see. Question, pro tip for knowing what sells fast on eBay, like a sales rank for eBay. How do you know what sells fast on eBay or not? Great question, Dane. So the way you know what sells on eBay is obviously by looking up sold items, completed items, right? But what you need to find is the demand. Is the demand high, like higher than the supply? Does it sell fast? Is it a thick market or a thin market? A thin market means it doesn't sell very much. A thick market means it sells a lot. There's a lot of meat on the bone, room for everyone to get in there and sell their items. So what you do is when you search for an item and you're searching for comps, instead of just looking at the sold items, look at the completed items, which shows the unsold and the sold. If there's lots of items in that niche that didn't sell for the price that you're looking at, then it's a thin market, meaning there's not a lot of demand for that item. So if you're just looking at sold and you see one sold for 90, you might think, oh man, like I could sell it for 90. But if you look at the completeds, which include the ones that didn't sell, you would know that that same person listed it like 20 times at $90 before it actually sold. So that's a difference between completed and sold, thick and thin market, and how you can tell what the demand is for an item. There's no sales rank on eBay, but in general, the demand for an item from Amazon to eBay applies. So you could use the Amazon sales rank or the sales velocity from a sales rank history chart from Camel, or Keepa, and you can take what you know from that chart and apply it to an eBay item. So generally, the difference between eBay and Amazon is going to be the prices, not so much the demand. I mean, obviously, there's demand differences between the two markets, like used stuff is in higher demand on eBay, books sell more on Amazon, stuff like that. But in general, the demand is very, very similar. The Raleigh book guy says his iris is jacked. So if you're listening to this later than today, today is August 21st, the day of the solar eclipse, the totality solar eclipse that just came through America and cast a shadow. I wish I would have been in the direct path. I think the next one is in 2024, and I'm going to try and travel to the direct path. But what I wanted to talk to you guys about is about making money on the solar eclipse and how a lot of people made a ton of money on the solar eclipse. So, for example, if you sell Amazon merch, Eclipse shirts have been eclipsing the market of sales for the last month or two. I would say definitely the solid month, maybe 2 months. But Eclipse shirts have been selling crazy. People have sold hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. Some people might have even sold 1,000 Eclipse shirts. So, what I mean is a shirt that says like Oregon Eclipse, August 21st, 2017, whatever, those kind of things. Personally, myself, I got late to the game. I made 5 designs for solar eclipse t-shirts, and I only sold 3 shirts. But still, that's pretty cool because I pay $4 per design to my designer to get a shirt made on Amazon merch, or get a design made that I post on Amazon merch. And then I sold 3 shirts for $19.99 each, which makes me, I think, about $5 each. So $15 profit and $4 cost for that design. So pretty cool. But I know people that sold hundreds and hundreds of different variants of solar eclipse shirts. So I read an article by a guy. He decided to make a solar eclipse shirt that said he decided to like niche it out to where he made it funny, and there wasn't a lot of solar eclipse shirts that were funny. There was tons of solar eclipse shirts, but he made a joke like such and such state gets mooned by the sun or whatever. So that was his comedy in the shirt, which made it stand out along all the other solar eclipse shirts. and he made a ton of money. And I think he scaled that shirt and made one for every single state in the United States. So if you can imagine, he made a lot of sales, not only because he scaled it to personalize it for every state, but because he made it stand out from all the other shirts by taking an angle that not everybody else was taking. The other thing is Hamilton Blackwell says, still waiting on my merch approval. Dang. It'll come. You just got to wait. You got to wait. The other thing is the solar eclipse glasses. Did you guys buy any solar eclipse glasses and make any money on that? Or let me know. Let me know. Right now I'm going to bring up an eBay screen, and I'm going to switch this screen to show my computer screen. Sorry, it's going to be super messy, but we will. Hopefully I don't screw this up. Sometimes I screw this up. Hold on. Application window. No. Entire screen. Okay. Boom. So right now you guys should be seeing eBay screen. Are you guys seeing the eBay screen right there? eBay? Did you guys see eBay? Let me know. I want to make sure I'm doing this right. Right now it's going to show the YouTube chat, but it should show the eBay screen right here. You should see me searching for solar eclipse glasses. Let me know if you guys saw that. I want to make sure that okay, cool, guys. So we're on eBay. We're looking at solar eclipse glasses. We're going to switch it to sold listings. Now, you need a little bit of information on this to know. Obviously, you could have made money selling solar eclipse glasses because people needed them, right? And people were getting them on average for like $1 a pair or so from China. I even saw some people that were getting them for like 70 cents a pair. But what happened about 2 weeks ago is that eBay pulled a ton of listings from China of solar eclipse glasses because there was all this information coming in that they didn't meet the specs to protect your eyes. So basically you would be looking at the sun and hurting your eyes. And if you know, your retina doesn't have nerve endings, so you wouldn't even know you were hurting your eyes. So to protect people, eBay pulled a ton of listings, basically all the Chinese listings. So if you had your glasses in America already by then, and I'm assuming they were ISO approved, which means they're good to go, you were able to sell them, which made the price go up crazy from $8 a pair up to $30, $40, $50, $70 a pair. So let me show you guys what happened right here. Let's go to price plus shipping highest first for solar eclipse glasses. Now let's find. So that's a listing for $1,500 for $6,000. Don't want to find. Let's go just to show ones that go to like 100, so we're not seeing all these bulk orders. And if you would have acquired them locally, you could have been selling them for crazy. So look, here's someone that sold 3 pairs of solar eclipse glasses for $245. And if you know, these things weigh like nothing. So let's do some math real quick. 245 divided by 3, that's $81 a pair, guys. And they were getting them for $1. So from $1 to $80 of profit, that is freaking amazing. And it's literally the flip of the century. Look, here's 4 for $170. Let's go down to single pairs. 2 pairs, overnight shipping for $170. Let's see if we can find some single pairs for like 70 or 80 bucks. 3 solar eclipse glasses, 170, 180, 2 pairs for 167 bucks, 80 bucks a pair. Makes this 4-pack for 160 look like a deal, right? So yeah, guys, if you made money off the solar eclipse glasses, I want to know. Send me a DM, put a comment down below. I would love to interview someone who made a shitload of money selling solar eclipse glasses on eBay and Amazon, because that is for real the flip of the century. And even in 2024, when the solar eclipse happens again, it's not going to be this good profit wise because people are going to remember this, right? Like, this is huge. Look at these numbers, guys. 3 pairs, $140. These things cost $1 a piece. Don't forget it. Like, even 20 pack for 150. What's that? Like, what is that? I can't even do math right now. I'm too excited. It's gonna be like what, 750 a pair, something like that. Yeah, 750 a pair, 700% profit. They're making book money, guys. Book margins, bigger than book margins. Like, these things are paper thin and cost nothing to mail. Can you imagine if you would have had these? Like, you could have literally turned like a couple $100 into over $10,000 by selling solar eclipse glasses. I mean, and just think about it. If you had them on hand, you could have literally just walked through your neighborhood, knocked on doors, and sold them for $25 a piece. You could have went to businesses. If you had a business, you could have purchased solar eclipse glasses, and you could have said, hey guys, come down to our business on the solar eclipse day. We're having a solar eclipse viewing party. We'll give out free solar eclipse glasses, and we'll have hot dogs or whatever. Like, you would have attracted so much business to your business. Or if you have a convenience store, you could have been selling these things for $25 a pop for 2 weeks straight, you know, like, huge, huge, huge money. And seriously, kicking myself in the balls for missing this big time. I really am bummed out. I feel like I'm not a hustler at all. I've been so distracted from moving into this new house that I missed this entirely. And like, right now they're going straight to the trash, right, guys? Straight to the trash. Just Another Goon says you moved 1 million units in 5 hours. Are you serious? You moved 1 million in 5 hours? Were you selling them in bulk or what? Is that a legit comment? Moved 1 million pairs in 5 hours? Crazy. Rebuy that buyback for 50 cents now and sell them for a 7. All right, check this out, guys. Let's go on Amazon and see if we can find, because I know some people made private label Eclipse glasses, and let's see if the prices are still jacked up. Not that they're worth anything anymore, but let's see. We're on Amazon right now. We searched Eclipse glasses for the people that are listening and not able to see the screen. And let's go and see what these prices are. I don't know why I can't see prices on the screen. That's bothering me. ISO certified solar eclipse glasses shades. Let's go. So $60. Yeah, $60. Boom. Big money. I think I saw someone talking about they had a private label and they were selling them for $20. Let's see. 45. Dang, $100. $100. Boom. Eclipse shades. They look nice. So yeah, guys, this is a lesson for all of us to focus on the things that the world is hyped about. Like, if people are hyped about it near you, you can probably make some good money selling these things, right? So that is the story of how some people made a ridiculous amount of money selling solar eclipse glasses. Like, insanity. I'm talking like, let's figure this out. Let's do some math real quick. I'm just going to pull it up on my phone. So let's say you had $1,000. Let's just do $1,000. That's easy. I don't even need to do the math. That means you got 1,000 pairs and you sold them all for $70. You turned $1,000 into $70,000. That is insane. There is nothing that's going to give you that kind of margin, especially with a return so quick like that. Insane. Tip my hat to any of you solar eclipse glasses hustlers, because that is the flip of the century, official flip of the century. I don't care what anybody says. You're not flipping anything that's going to make you that much money. for the next 100 years. That's insane. Insanity. Yeah. And they're essentially paper 3D movie theater glasses. I mean, they have a different film on them, right, to protect your eyes from the sun. But they're, you mail them in an envelope for a stamp, like ridiculous, right? It's just insane, right? Let's see, go over to hit the comments on YouTube, right? I spent too much time on the pubs in London. Yep, slipped me. Yeah, definitely don't call them ignorant. Call them customers. Good move, Bobby Moons. Oh, people about to be having some eBay returns. That would suck. I would hope not. Let's see. Yeah, if you're watching this and you appreciate that, or you wish you would have got the money off the Eclipse classes, smash the like button. Appreciate that. And leave a comment down below letting me know if you purchased Eclipse classes, how much did you pay for them, maybe where you were when you saw it, and what you thought about the Eclipse. Let's see. Reezy, check the growth tab and seller dashboard and eBay for projections. Yeah, I'm not an eBay expert, Rocket. I don't. When I used to do mostly eBay, that was 10 years ago, and they didn't have that kind of stuff in the dashboard. Let's see. Someone says they think there will be a lot of returns of those glasses. PayPal working capital loan. How do you feel about it? If you got money, then you should use it. If you can. Thank you so much, Juice Addict. Appreciate you, bro. That's awesome. That's the largest tip that I ever got on a broadcast. Hey, Posh Hanger's here. Sorry I didn't tell you I was going live. Everyone say hi to Posh Hanger. If you don't know, Posh Hanger is a super awesome clothing reseller. She does Amazon and eBay. She's the eBay queen. You can follow her on Instagram at the Posh Hanger. And I dare to say she has the best reselling Instagram stories on the planet. Like, I've been telling her to record her Instagram stories for 2 years now, and she's still not putting them on YouTube. But a lot of people couldn't get away with putting their Instagram stories on YouTube as their only YouTube content, but Monica could. So you guys should, if you believe me and you know that to be true, comment down below saying, yeah, Posh, put your stories on YouTube, because she could be killing it on YouTube as well. And we're glad to have her for sure. Back to the PayPal working capital loan. I think if you can use the money to grow your business, you should do it. But just be careful. Don't take a loan, which is going to cost you money, if you're not going to utilize it properly, because that's going to be a trap. And I would personally, I wouldn't use it for anything except for things that are going to directly benefit my ability to make money, which is first and foremost inventory purchases. Whoa, sorry, beat up my microphone. And secondly, maybe like a space that will allow you to move more inventory, stuff like that. But I wouldn't do it for any other reason, just because I want to make sure that those dollars are being used to make more dollars, right? Not using it to go to the pub in London, even though it's expensive, but just make sure that you're doing it for the right reasons, and it should be good for you. Thank you, Full Melt Fusion. Appreciate it. Rock Chalk Jayhawk, man. Dude, I always get so many compliments on these Jayhawk hats. Like, I could wear any hat, any team from any sports team anywhere, and I might get a compliment once a month. I get 3 compliments a day on this Jayhawks hat. I got a compliment in London about this Jayhawks hat. So you never know, man. The Jayhawks fans are crazy out here. Collect everything. Check out my solar eclipse video. It'd be appreciated. I will check it out. Send me a DM on Instagram. I'll check it out. They take it out of future eBay sales. Oh, Posh said she promised. She promised. She'd take a short IG break, but when she comes back, she pinky promised, guys. Just remember, you pinky promised, Monica. We're going to hold you to that. Hold on, water break real quick, guys. Zeke said, I sold 250 units for $20 each. They didn't cost me more than $3 each. Now I regret not getting triple that amount. Hey, don't regret it, man. you can't predict the future, right? So just be happy that you took your profit off the table when it was profit. Like my business partner, Scotty G, aka Ricky Analog on Instagram, he would tell you, like, if it was a stock, you know what I mean? You got to be happy that you walked away, because only a fool tries to pick the peak of a spike, you know, of profit. You can't predict that, you know what I mean? You just have to be happy with the profit that you made and that you took it off the table. I mean, sure, you want to punch yourself in the balls over it or whatever, but still, that's a sick flip, 3 to 20, and you sold 250 units. That's super sick. And you just got to be happy with that, right? You can't predict the future. And just think about all the people that that were holding out for super high dollars, and now the solar eclipse is over and they still have 5,000 pairs of glasses. You know what I mean? They probably wish they would have sold those 5,000 pairs for $20 each, because they got a box of dead money and it could have been another $100,000, right? So just be happy that you got money when you did. Thank you so much. Oh, can I get a little bit of cream in this? I'm sorry to be demanding. I appreciate a little bit of cream. This is the hottest coffee I've ever had in my life. I just burnt myself from looking at it. Oh, Posh Hanger, you're jealous that I met John and Mary? You should be, because they are hilarious. They should have their own TV show. I swear to God, Mary is so funny. Mary is hilarious. The next video that I make is the video where I met them in person. So we go to Stonehenge and Bath, and then after that, I meet them, and then we have dinner and we go out to the pub or whatever. And I'm telling you, man, Mary is hilarious. She's so funny. John's all right too, but Mary is hilarious, and their sibling rivalry is amazing. Like, they don't go 30 seconds without talking smack on each other or cracking some kind of joke about each other. But like at the same time, they really, really love each other. Like, they're awesome. Yeah, that's fine. You can sully my coffee. It's all right. Just don't let YouTube know you're putting vanilla caramel in my coffee.
You already said it.
Oh, I ruined it. Anyways, yeah, dude, they're so funny. Like, if you guys don't follow, a little more, just till you see it, till you see that reaction. If you guys don't follow John Case on Instagram, he's a UK bookseller. He's my homie. I think he learned a lot from me, but he's out there getting it on his own. And we call him Suitcase in a Dream, because John doesn't have a car and he just travels around on the train, on the bus with a suitcase, packs it full of books, and then takes it back to Manchester and lists them. So the dude broke every brand of suitcase you ever thought of before he found the ones that will actually last. And so we say Suitcase in a Dream for John. His Instagram is at the JC Files, like the X Files, but the JC Files, John Case Files. And his sister Mary, she's also a reseller. She sells books amongst other things. Her Instagram is the Reseller Siblings, I believe. Am I right, Monica? Make sure I'm right. Make sure I'm right. I think it's the Reseller Siblings. It says John and Mary, but mostly Mary. They're hilarious. I can't wait to go back and see them. Let's see. What happened to Ricky's morning videos? So he stopped making the stock trading videos because he just felt like it wasn't having a lot of traction, which is true. He wasn't getting a lot of people to watch them. And I don't know whether that's because people don't want to watch stock trading videos, or because it was on my account and people usually expect to see me, or me talking about Amazon and eBay and blah, 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 coffee and whatever, you know what I mean? So I don't know why, but he wasn't getting a lot of traction, so he stopped doing it. If you want to see Scott's stock trading videos, send him a DM on Instagram. His Instagram is at Ricky Analog. And he would love to get a message from you saying, I miss the stock trading videos, bring them back, or do them on Instagram Live at least, or something like that. He is actually going pretty hard on his Instagram account, posting his daily trades and little tips of wisdom about the trades that he made in that day. And he's always available for you guys. If you have any stock trading questions, hit up Ricky Analog on Instagram. That's my business partner. I've known him since high school, since I was 15 years old. He's also a skateboarder. Super cool dude, super cool dad. Just a great guy overall. He's a machine. He's like a Super Saiyan in real life, seriously. He's a day trader, and he's been trading stocks, I think, for like 4 years now, and he's super smart. Like, IQ is through the roof. So if you want to know anything about stocks, just hit him up, and he would love to answer your question. To solar, someone said, hold on, this is the funniest thing ever. In the chat, people are talking about buying and reselling the solar eclipse glasses and how they're now worthless, but you can hold them for till 2024 or whatever. And someone just made a comment, Washed by Wave said, nah, you can sell them in 2 months and use them for solar eclipse watcher Halloween costumes. That's a good one, dude. Definitely a good one. Luna exposes Reezy live. Yeah, dude. John Case is awesome. So he's super cool. John is an ex breakdancer and b-boy, and I think because of the whole reselling thing, like when he started following me, he was working a 9 to 5 in an office, and he would go on his lunch break and buy books from the car boot sale. They don't have yard sales in England. They have car boot sales where people pull their cars up to a common area and sell out of the back of their car, out of the trunk, the boot. Anyways, so, and then his coworkers would like make fun of him, like, oh, here comes John with some books. Well, who's laughing now? Who's laughing now? They're still working that 9 to 5 at that same tired job, and John owns his time. He's making more money on his own time and living life on his own terms. And because of that, I think he's going to get back into breakdancing. I know he's been hanging out with his b-boys more, so it's pretty awesome. Oh, Bargain Shopping said you got your Reezy pin today and a note from Luna. Awesome. Thank you. What's your real name, Bargain Shopping? Were you the one that sent us the candy? Someone sent Luna a giant bag of candy. I'm talking like more candy than I would let her eat in 6 months came to my house, and we could smell it through the bag. Like you're like at the mailer, you're like, oh yeah, that's full of candy. It smelled like straight Smarties. Oh man. Let's see. Bro, I find it hard to let go of FBA scan. Will you switch over to Scout IQ fully? So that's a great question, Raleigh Book Guy, and I feel the same way. But I will eventually switch over to Scout IQ completely when they add the rest of the database to the catalog. So once they have not just books, once they have CDs, DVDs, every product on Amazon like FBA Scan does, then I will definitely fully switch over. Even if it was exactly the same, I would switch over because I would like to support Caleb. He's a bookseller. And why wouldn't you want to support someone who's in our niche, you know, and not just FBA Scan? Those guys aren't booksellers. They haven't been selling books forever. I saw they just came out with an update today, and they just stole Caleb's feature, which is the e-score. I don't know how I didn't update my FBA Scan, so I didn't see it yet. But they stole the e-score feature, kind of where they have a thing called sales count. But I had people complaining to me that sell shoes that are like, what's going on? FBA Scan's not showing rank on shoes anymore. So because of that, you know, they're having to go use Scoutify for now, which is very bad news for FBA Scan. So we'll see what happens. But in general, I would love to support people that support me. And so that's just the way it goes. In Texas, the next eclipse is in 7 years. Got to remember this move ahead. Yeah, dude. Here's an idea, guys. If you're watching this right now, send yourself an email that will show up in 7 years, or like in 6 years and 11 months. So if you guys don't know, there's a service called Nudge Mail. And what this is it lets you send an email to yourself at a future time. So you could literally just send it to the prefix would be like 6 years. So if you send an email to 6 years at Nudge Mail, it'll come back to you in 6 years, or 3 months at Nudge Mail, 3 months, 3 hours. Go to nudgemail.com and see what all the prefixes they support. You could even put date stamp with time stamp and everything. So if you're watching this right now, do a little bit of math and figure out when the 2024 solar eclipse is from right now when you're watching this, and send yourself a nudge mail to show up in the future saying, hey, buy some solar eclipse glasses, because guess what? You might not be selling them for 40, 50, 60, 70 bucks, but you can definitely get them for $1. That's not going to change. And you're still going to have massive amount of neighbors around you that are going to forget to buy them. And you could walk around and sell them hand to hand for 10 bucks. You can hit up a convenience store and drop a stack of 1,000 of them on the counter for $5 each and tell them to sell them for 10 bucks. Different stuff like that. So that's a huge little Reezy tip that I just came up with on the fly right there. Send yourself a future message so you can remember to get that solar eclipse money. That's huge. Miner's Treasure said the Tasty Cake video was the best. Thanks, man. No, she got hyped off of that, like literally insane. She wouldn't stop screaming. It was crazy. Oh, and another one for 2135 if we're still alive. Yeah, the Senator Steve said Back to the Future stuff. That's exactly what I was thinking. The Senator Steve was that it was like the letter that he gets. He was like, "You got a letter from Doc from 1882." He's like, and he said there would be a guy named Marty standing right here. A couple of guys at the office, we had a bet going on. I lost. Awesome. Yeah, definitely. If you guys have any questions, please put them in the box with capital question and then put your question after that, obviously. And feel free to call in if you want to call in and talk about anything. Posh Hanger, if you want to call in and drop some eBay knowledge on them, I'm sure the people would love to hear you drop some knowledge. 209-83 Reezy. Just call in and ask a question. Or if you just want to call in and provide value to the audience, that's also welcome. I don't know everything. I try to know everything. I try to act like I know everything, but the truth is I don't. And I'm happy to have you guys call in and deliver some tips to the audience as well. And if you call in with a tip, feel free to shout out your Instagram or your Facebook or whatever you got going on. I don't hate, I appreciate. Everyone will need new ones. Not to mention no one's holding on to anything like that for 7 years. Jay Diaz says, does not responding to eBay messages hurt metrics? That's a question for Posh right there. What do you think, Posh? Do you got that? Because I don't know nothing about Cassini or metrics or nothing. I'm just asking questions like a straight newbie about that stuff. Nudge mail to my grandchildren. Definitely. Let's see. BTS says also might want to look into this Ring of Fire eclipse that will occur on 2023. What is that? Explain that for me real quick. Did anybody else read about the 15 days of darkness? I don't know what that's all about. Expand about that for me real quick. Johnny Cash 2023 Ring of Fire t-shirts. Dang, don't put Johnny Cash on it. That's going to get banned real quick. Jesus, where'd all these naked girl things coming from, guys? Like, my whole life I wanted naked girls. Now I'm married. Now they're coming in out of the wilderness. Jesus. That ain't right. Also, again, want to send a big shout out for Juice Addict, who hit me on a super chat tip for $50 during this call. Very, very much appreciated. There was also 2 $5 tips, and I also appreciate those. I just can't see them on the screen anymore, so I'm not able to see who they came from. I can't see it anymore, but I appreciate you just the same. Definitely don't. Living Off the Sun says, where are the nudes? Calm down, bro. They're on your Snapchat, bro. Aiden Rodriguez said, Snopes said the Ring of Fire was false. You got interneted, bro. Yeah, that happens, man. That happens. People will believe anything. I heard it on the internet. Oh, man. You want to know what I just heard on the internet, guys? You don't even want to hear this. You guys are going to laugh me. You're going to laugh at me. So, just recently, I started getting sick of everyone talking about flat Earth, and I was just hearing flat Earth this, flat Earth that. No, I know it's you, Tuna Fish. I know it's you. I didn't forget your name. And anyways, so what I dug into yesterday is flat Earth theory, and it's crazy, guys. Don't call me crazy if you haven't done the research, but look into the flat Earth theory. Look into the videos and see and just do some research. There's some crazy stuff about flat Earth theory. Like, basically, I'm not saying I think the Earth is flat, but I'm saying I'm not sure that it's round anymore, right? Because I did some research, and it's crazy, guys. You got to look into it. There's this documentary called Under the Dome or whatever. It's on YouTube. I listened to it while I was moving boxes. It's like 2 hours long, but it's insane, guys. There's a lot of stuff, like the UN, the United Nations, uses the flat Earth map as their logo. That's kind of crazy. No one's ever circumnavigated the globe like north to south, right? That's crazy. No one's ever flown over Antarctica like in its entirety. That's crazy. There's a international treaty to protect Antarctica from being inhabited or explored, and almost every country in the world has signed this treaty and upheld it. So that's insane. Like, what treaty does anybody know of that's like been like held that long and is supported by so many different countries? None. Um, it's crazy, guys. So just look into it a little bit. If you're like me and you feel like all these flat earthers are being super crazy and insane, you might want to just stop and check it out a little bit. I'm not saying the earth is flat, but I'm not saying it's round anymore either. Like, think about this too. This is another one that's crazy, that there's no video or pictures of the earth from space. None. Every picture you've ever seen of the earth from space is CGI photoshopped. So that's a fact. NASA has admitted that there's no photos of the earth from space. Those are all photoshopped and computer generated. They're not real. So they like to tell you it's real, but those are not real. They're Photoshop, CGI, and there's no video of the Earth from space because we've never been far enough away from the Earth to take that video or those pictures, which provides another crazy question, like, how have we been to the moon? Like, that's really far away, like 200,000 miles away. And we haven't been past the Van Allen belt. Supposedly, NASA admitted that there's a belt that we can't go past. But you know what I mean? There's a lot of crazy factoids too. And other things, like from the footage from the International Space Station never shows satellites spinning around the Earth or whatever. So I'm not trying to get like super crazy conspiracy theorist on you, but I don't know if you guys know that I'm into like alternative stuff like that. I've never been a mainstream person. I've always, I never believed what people told me was to be true, right? And so if you look into it, there's definitely some stuff to be looked there. And if you're mad at me, you could blame it on Rob, Earth Chakra now, because I'm boys with Rob, and he's just been pushing flat Earth. And I was like, man, Rob's not like super stupid or anything. Like, he's woke, So I just did some research, and as a intellectual person, a lot of the stuff just doesn't add up. And if you are into, alternative thinking and just like, it's kind of one of those things when you're like, yeah, so what, Illuminati, what am I going to do? How does that affect me? I still have to go to work. I still have to make money. I'm still just going to do what I'm going to do. But it's like, it's just interesting, right? So like some of those things that I talked about earlier, like the simple facts that are like, what do you mean no one's ever flown over Antarctica? Like, as humans, all we like to do is stuff that's never been done, And what do you mean no one's ever circumnavigated the globe north to south? That alone is crazy, right? And the UN uses the flat Earth map as their logo, and the whole CGI photos of the Earth. That's crazy. Like, a lot of people don't know that. I've been telling people over the last couple of days, I was like, dude, did you know that every picture you've ever seen of the Earth from space is fake? And they're like, what? What do you mean? I'm like, yeah, bro, that's a fact. They're fake. And anyways, it's crazy, man. So look into it, man. That's the ice wall, man. Have you checked this out on NASA's official website? Yeah, like I really want to go read it about on NASA's official website. They're obviously not going to be in line with that. Also say dinosaurs are a hoax. Right on, Reezy from the Juice Addict. Thinking outside of the box is great, but come on, Reezy, please. You're a little too close to crazy. No, man. You're actually being really close-minded because think about it, man. Try and prove that the earth is spherical. So like I approached it with a really like straight on mindset, and I was like, okay, there's no way the earth is flat. There's no freaking way it's flat. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. But I watched the documentary and I started digging into stuff and I started looking at the facts and I was like, wow, you also can't prove that the earth is round. You just can't prove it. And so that right there just basically blows my mind. How is that so deeply ingrained into our society when it cannot be proven? So it's pretty crazy, right? And just look up, there's like all kinds of, I don't only sell books, I read them. Good observation, Posh. Centuries of great scientists that have proven the earth is not flat. Who? What scientists and what studies? Because that's what they like to tell you. But let's look at it, man. Let's look at it. How come there's no pictures of the horizon being curved? None. No pictures with a flat lens that show a curvature of the earth. None. Yep. Check out the Admiral Byrd interviews. Somebody knows what's up. Check out the actual missions that have actually been conducted by a bunch of nations where we were shooting massive nuclear warheads into space straight up, like not the ones that we dropped on Hiroshima. Those were small. Those were like kilotons, megatons of nukes going straight up to space. Senator Steve says it's a good thing you don't have kids. I do have kids. What are you talking about? Yeah, there's no proof that the earth is a sphere. I'm sorry to turn this reselling talk into this, but that's why it's called Reezy Talks, because Reezy talks. Let's see what Reezy's getting an A for. Hold on, there's a lot. Getting an A for trolling right now. No, I'm not saying I'm a flat earther. I'm just saying like I now don't. I'm now not sure that the earth is spherical anymore. Like I basically just realized that there's no proof that the earth is spherical. It's seriously not proven. It's not proven. Siri just triggered when I said seriously. What about satellites that map the earth controlled by the government? What do you mean? I don't know what your question is. Orbiting around the earth. Dude, they can tell you whatever they want. It doesn't mean that it's true. Read some science books. I've read many science books. Many books. Posh Hanger said Kyrie Irving said the world was flat too. What if everything you ever knew is a lie? Dun dun dun. It could be, man. It could be. I like how you think, but can you prove it is flat? I don't know. I don't know if you can prove it's flat, but I saw another fact today that said something that like along the lines of if the earth is the shape that the earth is, then the earth should have X amount of curvature for X amount of distance. Let's say like 8 inches of curvature for 100 miles. So they were saying that like the distance from Oahu to the Big Island, something like that, in Hawaii was X amount of miles, and that you shouldn't be able to see the one island from the other island due to the distance and the amount of inches that it should have dropped or the curvature, but you can, and that kind of proves that it's not curved. It's insane. And then also there's bridges that are so long that they would have to be curved to accommodate for the curvature of the earth, but they're not curved. And so that's also crazy. Science books, government lies. Hey, the government's lied to us before, guys. If it's profitable, they're going to do it. Send Reezy to space. Dude, I would love to go. When I was a kid, that was my only goal. It was like, I want to be, I had it all planned out. I was going to go to the Air Force. I was going to retire. I was going to join NASA, all because I wanted to go to outer space. Definitely wanted to go. You should watch a SpaceX launch and you can see a curve to the Earth. Maybe. Maybe. I'm sure there's a rebuttal for that too. I don't know, man. I'm just saying I'm not saying I'm a flat earther. I'm just saying they got a lot of good points there, man. There is another solar eclipse. I thought it was in 2024 though, not just 7 years from now, right? Amazon merch flat earth shirts. Exactly. I actually did think about that. I fully already thought about making flat earth shirts for Amazon merch. I definitely thought about that. No joke. You could beat me to it right now. The horizon view depends on your altitude. Come on, Reezy. Dude, there's footage from high up, from high altitude balloon videos, and it's flat. It's flat as hell. Yeah, don't question me, guys. I'm just trying to open your minds. Like, do some research and see what. I'm not stupid. I'm a smart person. I'm generally pretty smart, like smarter than most people. I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I'm sure my IQ is decently high. I read a shitload of books. I've read 10 times more books than the average person reads in their entire lifetime, and I'm only 1/3 of the way through with mine, guaranteed. And I approached this with a very closed mind, like, man, there's no way the earth is flat. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. And there's a lot of facts that point in the other direction, enough to where I'm thinking about it and I want to research it more. It's very interesting. You should get back to books. You're better at that. Better than what? Better than having my own thoughts about something? That's pretty close-minded of you to say that, bro. You should get back to getting off of my YouTube because I don't appreciate that comment. But it's all good. You can hang out. Opticon scanners for 50. No, not going to happen, man. I did just pick up a lot. I just got like 10 of them, but they are going to be 90 or $100, not 50. Let's see. There's a company that will sell you a space ticket. I can't remember how much though. Yeah, Alexander says you can make your money back by using your scanner. Good point, Alexander. Let's see. Next week on Reezy Talks, Jesus is fake. Dude, I'm not religious, but I definitely think Jesus existed. That's for sure. Probably many times. That video, just go look it up on NASA. That's not real, man. Those are all CGI. There's no video of the Earth from space. There's no video of the Earth from space. That's not legit. It's CGI, bro. If the Earth was flat, wouldn't the sun come up for the same time? I don't know all the answers, guys. I'm not here to answer all your questions or to say that the Earth is flat. I'm just sharing it with you, my friends, that I did some research over the last couple of days, and the whole spherical Earth stuff, it doesn't line up, man. It doesn't line up. I'm not saying the Earth is flat. I'm just saying I'm not 100% sure it's spherical anymore. Quit hating on Reezy for using his head. Y'all try it sometime. Thanks, Zen Flips. Let's see, perspective. Aiden, it's more than 10K. Someone look up how much a space ticket is. Reezy, vlog us some space. I'd totally vlog it, bro. That would be sick. SpaceX vlog. VirginGalactic.com. How high can my drone go? Like 2,000 feet, I think. Dang, space tickets, 250 grand. I'm gonna have to wait in line after Justin Timberlake. Yeah, don't hate on Reezy for questioning what is relatively known. That's what all geniuses do and did. Seriously, man, if you just accept whatever the basic version of reality is, you're not going to ever think outside the box, and you're just going to do what everyone else does. Like, I would have never started reselling if I would have not thought outside the box, because society told me I had to go get a job. I had to go to college. I had to do the 9 to 5 thing. You know, like, if you're not happy, who gives a shit? Just keep working your job, because you got to get money and you got to support your family. Like, don't worry about your own happiness. Like, just keep everything secure and just walk through the line. Like, school seriously teaches you to wait in line and take your turn. That is not how you achieve anything in life. That's not how you achieve success. You get to the front of the line by whatever means possible, and you make sure you get it done. You don't just sit there and wait for your turn. You take your turn. You know what I mean? Hit up Gary. He'll spot me for the Musk spaceship ride, bro. Oh, man. Hey, I'm sorry, guys. I really didn't want to turn this into a flat earth debate, but it was on my mind, and I figured I would share it with you guys. And so I did. If you hate me for it, blame it on Rob or Chakra now, because he turned me on to opening my mind and thinking about it, which it's always fun to think outside the box, to think out of the norm. Man, where are these people coming from? We've been getting a lot of spam in the YouTube live chat if you keep hearing me say stuff like that. And but the moral of the story is, guys, is you don't have to accept reality for what it is, because reality is what you make it, right? It's not what it is. It's not what someone tells you it is. It's not some crazy like mathematic equation that takes up a whole room to write down. Like, I don't care about any of that. I care about what seems to be right and what doesn't seem to be right. And society has been controlling us for a long time. The governments have lied to us many times. I wouldn't put it past them to pull anything on us to achieve whatever they needed to achieve, right? And so, sorry if I offended you. I'm sorry if you have a super closed mind and you can't handle someone talking about something that may not line up with what you've been told since day one, because they tell you from day one, here's a globe, the world's a globe, here you go. But just look into it. Even if you're totally like me 48 hours ago, hey, no way the world's flat. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Just look into it. Like, I promise it will entertain you, and intellectually it will pique your interest, because you'll be like, what? Why does the UN use the flat earth map as their logo? What is that about? What is Admiral Byrd, and what are all these BYRD, if you're listening to this? What are all these missions about? You know what I mean? Like, why hasn't anyone circumnavigated the globe from north to south? Why hasn't anyone flown over Antarctica? You know what I mean? Like, why? Like, what? It makes no sense. Why are these photos of the Earth from space fake? Why don't we have any real photos or videos of the Earth from space? I don't know, man. I don't know the answers. I just know there's a lot of unanswered questions that 48 hours ago I wasn't so sure about. We could all be living in a computer, quantum code found in the quantum mechanics, definitely. Reselling question. Bargain Shopping says, have your sales started picking up yet for the upcoming fourth quarter? Not really yet. I'm still writing the textbook season for textbooks, and we are 91% books. So we're the 10% of our inventory that's not books, that might be shoes and toys. Those will get a boost. But here in the next month, I'm going to be buying a ridiculous amount of toys to stuff the FBA warehouse with. So ask me that question in like a month. Let's see. Yeah, ask me that question like the end of October, and I should have a different answer for you. Bermuda Triangle, all that stuff, guys. If you guys don't know, I'm into all that stuff, like ancient culture, unknown mysteries, all that unsolved stuff. Like, I've studied that stuff heavily. Mythology, religion. I'm not religious, but I study religion. I've read the Bible several times. the Old Testament version, the New Jerusalem edition, which is supposed to be the most accurate translation from Hebrew to English, modern English. You got to be patient with the globe earthers. It's a lot of assimilation for them. Yeah, no, I fully understand. It's like the gnarliest thing. The first thing you learn is like, here's a globe. Here it is, bro. It's a globe. It's spherical. Thoughts on Area 51 definitely exists. I mean, it's like Jesus, right? Like Jesus definitely existed. They talk about him so much across different cultures, the white bearded man, the Caucasian bearded man, like different stuff like that. Area 51 is legit, like guaranteed. There's all kinds of stuff in there that they're hiding from us. Look at the declassified documents that through the Freedom of Information Act that they've released that we can actually read. It's pretty crazy. Miner's Treasure says, my friend used to deliver mail to Area 51, but I can't elaborate. Sounds like my grandfather. My grandfather worked for Lockheed Martin before he died, rest his soul. And he started at Lockheed Martin after he got out of the Air Force, literally sweeping the floor at Lockheed Martin. And he came up to be some kind of manager to where, like, at first when he came up, he was like assembling satellites and stuff like that, and maybe bombs, I'm not sure. And then he got like a supervisor position where he would just made sure that other people were putting the parts in the right place, et cetera, et cetera. But I would always ask him, I was like, hey, Pops, like, what's going on at work, you know? And he'd be like, I could tell you, but I'd have to kill you. So basically, I never learned much about what Grandpa was doing at Lockheed Martin. Yep. We may have be reinventing everything that's already been reinvented. Oh, did Luna like all her candy? Got to send something else to her. She's adorable. Yeah, she loved it so much, especially the unicorn poop. I don't know if she liked the taste about it, but she laughed so much about it. We still have half a bag of candy, and I appreciate that for you. I appreciate that you sent us that for Luna. Unfortunately, I can't let Luna eat that much candy, so I'm helping her eat that candy. Not that I want to eat the candy, I just can't let a 5-year-old eat that much candy, so appreciate it. There's a lot of candy. Like, it's a ton of candy. Guys, it's seriously like 5 pounds of candy, guys. Let's see if we got any more questions. Otherwise, I might have to end this because this is turning into Reezy's conspiracy theory. Welcome to another episode of Reezy's Conspiracy Theory. Tonight, we're going to talk about the Greys. We're going to talk about ancient Mayan temples. Were they boat loading docks? Were they aligned with the sun? Were they transferring energy through the top, through the ley lines? Next on Reezy's Conspiracy Theories. Did you watch the show Ancient Aliens? Yeah, I love that show, man. I actually studied that stuff and read like all of Zecharia Sitchin's books way before that show came out, way before it came popular. This is hilarious. Washed by Waves said there's a tweet that floated around that said the Flat Earth Society has members all around the globe. That's hilarious. That's so funny. Yeah, if you guys don't know, I made Alexander Ye a moderator today. Alexander, I believe, is 14 years old, and he's a reseller, and he's doing pretty good on his 14-year-old self. Are you 14 now, Alexander? And I just made him a moderator in the chat because I know he's a good dude, and he can help us out here banning all this spam that's been hitting us. What does Luna like for toys? So for toys, we honestly try not to buy her too much toys because they just break and fall apart. So art stuff is always good, or educational activities that she can do because we homeschool Luna. And so, no, I'm not going to be teaching her that the earth is flat. I will teach her to have an open mind about stuff. She watched the Flat Earth documentary with me, but educational stuff, anything that's like sciencey or educational or music stuff or art, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, good night, bro. Thank you for tuning in. Posh Hanger got all excited when I said we were talking about the Greys. Good night, Upscale Sales. Can the mods slow down one delete so I can click on one of those links? You're killing me, Bobby. You're killing me. That's so funny. What about Cosmos? Yep. I mess with Cosmos too. Also read a bunch of books by like string theorists like Michio Kaku. I've read some Stephen Hawking books. I've read physics books written by Dr. Richard Feynman. I don't know how you say that, but I study science heavily. And I fully grew up believing in evolution. Basically, like you either have to be religious or you have to believe in evolution if you're not religious. You know, you're religious and you believe in creation, or you believe in evolution and you're not religious. But, you know, now I believe that there's other possibilities, right? Like the possibilities that are what, you know, the missing link, right? Why is there a missing link? There is no missing link. So why is there no missing link? We have fossils of everything else, you know? So you just have to, you don't have to believe everything that you're taught, right? You can question stuff. And as you know, science as a whole is a very like blackballing industry to where like if you come up with a new discovery in science, even if it's later accepted, it might previously not be accepted for like 10, 20, 30 years because there's so many people alive that wrote so many books and have so many theories that would be unraveled if you were right, that they will blackball you from the industry, the scientific industry, and not like they will suppress your publishings and stuff like that. Because if you're right, it means they're wrong and they can't have that. And, you know, the companies that publish the books and the documentaries and blah, 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 they make a lot of money off that stuff. And scientists don't fund research. Companies do. Big corporate companies with big coffers, they fund scientific research. So there's a lot of money out there making sure that things that have been published stay true because it costs a lot of money to come out with the next thing. Next week, Reezy will have a tinfoil hat. I'm going to come out with private label Reezy tinfoil hats. Next on Reezy Conspiracies, guest appearance Neil deGrasse Tyson. Yeah, in Luna's bedroom, we're going to get Neil deGrasse Tyson in here. Let's see. Let's see. Science is needed in public schools really bad. Definitely, man. Public school is a joke. That's why I took my kid out. Reezy, I believe you would like to do Reezy's conspiracies theories. I would watch. I would actually love to do it. I've read so much books about stuff like that, and I would love to share it with people. Obviously, this might not be the best place for me to do it because I'm going to get people that are like, Reezy, you're crazy. I'm out of here. You're stupid, Reezy. I thought you were smart, but you're obviously stupid, so I'm out of here. But yeah, I like to study this stuff. Do you guys know about what is it called? Coral Castle in Florida. Look that up. If you're in Florida and you don't know about Coral Castle, you could go see it, and that's some crazy stuff. Check that out. Coral Castle in Florida. Flossin Daily says, you sound like Joe Rogan right now. That's a compliment, bro. I love Joe Rogan's show. Joe Rogan is an ace dude, and pretty much anything that he talks about is solid. Resell Dude says, where can we send stuff? You can send me stuff at my P.O. Box. That's going to be P.O. Box 786, Aptos, California, 95001. More like Eddie Bravo, yo. Alex is the fast one. Check out What the Bleep Do We Know? Definitely. I've definitely seen that one. Mother's Mustache said, I like this topic. Do this again. That'd be cool. Maybe I'll pick a different day and a different time, and I could do talk about different conspiracy, not conspiracy theories, but like unknown stuff. You know, like I could do one episode on Coral Castle, and I could have like information up on the screen, and I could have like books that I've read, and I could show you guys different books to check out, etc., about these kind of topics. Stuff like that. That would be cool. Let's see. Eric Dubé also says dinosaurs never existed. I don't know about that one. Let's see. What are Luna's top picks for fourth quarter toys? That would be sick. That would be sick. I have no idea. Honestly, Luna is not really like mainstream. We don't have cable TV. We don't watch commercials. She doesn't go to public school. Like she doesn't, you know, she calls Fruity Loops Fruity Loops. Not that we eat Fruity Loops, but like if we go to a hotel and they have Fruity Loops, she like heard me say one time like Fruity Loops or Fruity Pebbles, and she thought I said Fruity. I don't know why, so she calls it Fruity Loops or Fruity Pebbles. I'm not trying to correct her; it's too cute. But she doesn't know about a lot of toys or whatever, right? She's just like, right now, Luna is super hyped on riding her bike at the dirt track. So there's like dirt jumps by the skate park, and she has a Strider bike that doesn't have pedals because she can't ride a bike with pedals yet. We got her a bike that had training wheels. That was a mistake. Don't get your kid a bike with training wheels. That's just putting them in the wrong direction. Just get them a Strider bike, let them learn how to balance, and then introduce a bike with pedals. But anyways, she's killing it on her Strider bike at the dirt jumps lately, and that's what she's been loving to do. The move has been pretty stressful for her. She's like laying on the floor while we're packing boxes, and she's like, when do I get to have fun again, Dad? So it's I'm glad that the move is finally over. We're in the new house, but everything's boxed up now, so we're just unboxing stuff. It's still kind of crazy. I definitely lost a couple things. I don't know where they're at. I just set up my shipping and receiving area in the garage. The internet just got turned on today. I'm sitting on a vanity bench with a stool with a pillow on it. Like, this is the boostiest broadcasting setup ever right now. Posh Hanger said, this is a good topic for you. I would watch too. Awesome. Just to throw it back at you, you should do a sports recap once a week on YouTube Live sports recap with Posh Hanger. You would crush it because you're super direct and you're super opinionated and you really know sports and people like to follow you. So it would just be boom, super good. You're the next ESPN host, guaranteed. You just got to start killing it on YouTube first so they can see it. They got to see it. They don't know. They don't know you like I know you, so they don't know. But just get live on YouTube and you'd kill it, Posh. Next ESPN sports co-host or main host, Posh Hanger. Where do you think ESPN is going to be getting their hosts from when the TV channels start declining even more than they already are? They're going to draw them from YouTube, guaranteed. Conspiracy. Hell yeah, that's definitely what I would call it. The Conspiracy channel. Oh, we had a legit question. Hamilton Blackwell said, question, is there a trick to getting some positive feedback if you're a new Amazon seller without any feedback yet? There is a couple tricks. So you could message your buyers, hey, we're a small business, appreciate your purchase. If you're not happy, please let us know. If you are happy, please leave us a positive review. Here's the instructions how to do it, including the link to go straight to the feedback screen if you're logged into Amazon. That can help a lot. There's also a service called Feedback Genius, another one called Feedback 5. It's very cheap, and they message your customers for you and send out a message. You can construct a message or use a default one, and that really helps get feedback because you can do things like monitor the tracking number, send the message the day it's delivered, send the message the day after it's delivered, stuff like that. And that will increase the feedback that you get. And I use it. I know a lot of people that use it. The thing is, even if you don't need feedback because you have some, like you need feedback because you don't have any feedback. But even when you already have a lot of feedback, you still need feedback so that when you get a bad feedback, you can brush it off quicker, because what happens is people view your feedback and they can only see like 5 or 10, or maybe they go and view all of it. They can see one page of feedbacks, which is like, let's just say 20 feedbacks. If you have a bad feedback and it's just sitting there and they see it, that's going to affect your sales. But if you have a lot more good feedback, it's going to get pushed off faster. And very few people are going to go to page 2, let alone page 1. Most people are just going to see that screen that shows like your last 5 feedbacks. So that's a little pro tip. You need more feedback so that you can wash out the bad ones faster. I went to Coral Castle when I was a kid. Hell yeah, Floss and Daily. I still haven't been there. I gotta go, man. Bad Roman says, don't go Frucci on me. Definitely. The Conspiracy channel. Too funny. Let's see. Look into dinosaurs. Apparently none of the bones are real, and it was all a distraction to dumbify and don't let us know about what really happened then. Dude, I wouldn't put it past science and the whole government to just be pulling a fast one on us. Let's see. I wish that would be my dream job, ESPN commentator. What do you mean? If that's your dream job, you should start doing it on YouTube already. Don't you know Hollywood is dead, Posh Hanger? Hollywood is dead. You don't need anybody's permission to do that. You can do it right now. I will help you set up a studio in your house, just like what I have. It's cheap and easy. And then you can start doing live sports commentary. You can even get super fancy to where, like, when you're doing it, you can make video clips show up on the screen and stuff like that, like using OBS, Open Broadcasting Software. I haven't gone into that because I'm lazy, but you could do it. You could do anything. You could even get like an iPad and start drawing X's on O's on the screen like some John Madden stuff, guaranteed. And I know you would kill it at that. Like, I know you would kill it so hard. Like, it's not even funny how hard you would kill it. I think if you really did it in less than a year, you would be worldwide famous and known for that. And then, like, in less than 2 years, you would be an actual ESPN host. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Let's see what else we got going on in here. For this, Bobby Moons, we are biologically connected to every living thing in the world. We are chemically connected to all molecules on Earth, and we are atomically connected to all atoms in the universe. We're not figuratively, but literally stardust. Neil deGrasse Tyson. It sounds great, right? One thing I know is that the audio sound connects all beings. Sound, like the space in between our eardrums, it touches all of our eardrums. It's one space, but it touches all of our eardrums, and you can make sound that makes that space vibrate, which touches everybody. Like, we're literally all always touching because the air waves connect all of us, and you can make it vibrate, and that can touch other people, which is crazy. Side note, hearing is not even a real sense because it's just a highly advanced sense of touch in your eardrum that has been, your brain rewired it to be sound, which is crazy. I'm not trying to blow your mind too much. I live about an hour from Coral Castle and have been there. The man who built it just used the laws of physics. Oh, you're back. I don't know, man. Supposedly nobody knows how he lifted all those heavy blocks of coral all by himself, or how he hewed them out of the ground. And he had these crazy copper pipe grid over the top, and he was all into magnetism and the ancient ways, all kinds of crazy stuff. Feedback genius, Steve. It's called feedback genius. Let's see, Posh Miners. This year, the Raiders and Cowboys look really good. You can never count out the Patriots. Look, Posh, you're doing it right now. You're coming at us with the sports knowledge. Yo, Reezy, I sold almost 5K in used books thanks to you. Thanks, Tim. Thanks for tuning in, man. Thanks for taking action, man. Anybody can get it, man. There's way more books than I could get myself. Flossin' Daily says, get it, Posh. Do it, Posh. You know, you guys, if you don't agree with me, like, you're wrong. I'm going to just tell you right now. Posh could kill it as a sports host. She would absolutely murder. Hey, I'm not into the whole dinosaur thing. I never even really heard that dinosaurs were fake or whatever. I'm going to go research it now tonight because you guys got me tripping out on it. But why would it benefit the government to say the earth is flat? From what I have heard, it's not the government, man. It's bigger than that. The people that supposedly made the dome, who are they? You know what I mean? At least that's what the flat earthers say. And I guess the higher governments in the world are in on it, supposedly. It's all about some Freemason stuff and et cetera, et cetera. A lot of stuff like that. Are there times when you feel like you need a break from book sourcing? When I used to source books, yeah. I don't really source books. I have a team of employees that source books for me. So when I'm sourcing, I'm buying shoes or I'm doing online arbitrage of books or of toys or whatever. So for me, not so much. But back when I was doing it, yeah, definitely. You got to take time away from your business to do what you're really passionate about. And what I mean about passionate is stuff that you would do if it didn't make you money. Would you go to thrift stores and scan books by the hundreds and thousands a day if it didn't make you money? I doubt it. I really doubt that that's what you would do if it wasn't making you money. And I also doubt that making money is a passion. Like, I'll argue with anybody to the ends of the earth. Making money is not a passion. You got to have your passion in line, and you got to do that to make you happy or to create self-fulfillment for yourself so that you don't get burnt out on life. If you like skateboarding, go skateboarding. If you like hiking, go hiking. If you're an artist, make art. If you like talking, talk. If you like making videos, make videos. Like, for me, I love talking and I love making videos, and I think everybody loves helping people. So if you can do what you love and also help people, whether it's providing knowledge for them or physically helping them or providing entertainment for them, like, that's where the secret sauce is. What do you like to do that you would do whether or not you got paid to do it? And like, help, how can you do that and help people at the same time, like provide value to them? That's where the secret sauce is. That's going to be what you're really good at and what you like could do whether or not you were paid for it. Miner's Treasure says, when is Scout IQ going to add the rest of the data? I am not sure. You're going to have to ask Caleb Roth on that. I just know it's in the works. BTS says, lots of people don't believe in dinosaurs, and I find that very odd with all the bones around. Yeah, I don't know, but I'm going to do some research. I'm going to put like 20 minutes into that dinosaurs aren't real theory. Just because, like, if enough people are talking about something, it's worth looking into it, you know? Like just like how I was saying earlier, like, Jesus most likely definitely exists because there's so many references to him, or to the person like him, you know, of different religions and different cultures or whatever, the bearded white man that came and saved everybody. There's got to be some truth to it, you know? Miner's Treasure said, I don't know how to make money doing what I love. What do you like to do? Tell me. I'll help you. Oh, I'm loving Scout IQ. The e-score is the best thing ever since sliced bread because you don't have to check camel for sales rank velocity every time you scan something. What up, Nestle? Leslie Nettles. How's it going? I don't know why I just called you Nestle. That was a weird slip. Things like buying people's groceries. That's your passion, buying people's groceries? I don't get it. Yeah, like Posh just asked you, what do you love, Miners? Because that's what I'm trying to get at. Like, Posh, I think she loves sports and talking about sports, and I guarantee she could easily make a career around that. Like, reselling is cool, making money is great, like, and being talented in different things that will help you survive on this earth, whether it's round or flat, that's all great. But what would you do if you had so much money you didn't need any money? Or, you know what I mean? Like, it's hard to think about it. We live in America. We're blinded by consumerism, marketing, branding, all this stuff. But, like, what would you do if money didn't exist or if you didn't need money? Like, that times, like, helping people, that's where your passion is going to be at. Sourcing books is one of my passions because you're spreading knowledge. Hey, I can feel you on spreading the knowledge out, but there's a lot of ways you could spread knowledge faster than picking a book up off a shelf and then offering it for sale and then shipping it out. Helping people and making their day. Maybe you can help people and you can write a journal about it. Maybe you can make videos about it. And a lot of these videos on YouTube are wildly successful where dude just goes and gives a homeless guy $100, takes him around, buys him some food, puts him in a hotel for a week or an apartment for a month or whatever. All that kind of stuff is super viral and takes off. Or, yeah, Monica had a great idea too. You could provide a service that helps people go around and do that. Paying for groceries randomly. You could create a service that does that. But maybe you're going to have to write a book about it. Some of it's going to be, videos, audio, written, one of those things, one of those three things. That's how you reach people, right? Either in real life, you can reach people like by actually physically touching them. But in general, it's going to be, that's an action, right? But otherwise, it's going to be sound or video or written word. So what do you like to do? How can you do it in sound, video, or written word, or physically, like right there, helping with your hands? And, what would you do for free? How can you do it across those three things and also help people? You could monetize it, definitely. Yeah, Zenflip says, vlog yourself doing random acts of kindness. Yep, that's a hit channel right there. Hector says, I just got back from Ross. He's bringing us back to reality. And bought some shoes, threw them a curveball with the reseller certificate. They were like, what? Let them know, man. You ain't trying to pay sales tax. How is textbook season going for you? Good, good. Not as good as it was last year. I don't know if that's because there's more competition or because there's less students, but definitely not as good as last year. Maybe a GoFundMe. People who take Bible literally believe the earth was formed 6,000 years ago, so carbon-dated bones would ruin their belief. That's why they say that the bones are fake. Yeah, I definitely believe the earth is way older than what the Bible says, and I actually believe the earth is way, way older than what modern science says. Like, if you do the research, there's like a book called what is it called? It's called Hidden Archaeology by Michael Cremo, or like Ancient Archaeo, something like that. I forget the title of it, but basically what he talks about in this book is that he addresses all the instances that we have found skeletons of modern humans, and then they have been dated to be so old that science just goes, that can't be right. That can't be right. It's, again, scientific community blackballing discoveries. Like, I'm talking like million years old plus modern human skeletons, which makes no sense into the generally accepted theory of evolution. So if you're like a straight evolution believer, like, there's so much stuff that goes against the basic accepted view of evolution, and one of them is that many skeletons of modern humans have been found that are way, way older than what science says they should be or where they should exist in time. Bobby Moon said, very true. I guess it would be better said that my passion would be getting people inspired to learn. Yeah, dude, that's good. I'm with you on that one too, man. A lot of people don't care to learn and they're not interested. Like, it's very rare that I find someone in my day-to-day life or even in like some kind of meetup or whatever where I can talk to them about intellectual stuff or like theories or like ancient stuff or whatever. Like, a lot of people just aren't interested or aren't well read enough to talk about that stuff. A lot of people just get caught up in their 9 to 5, this day to that day, watch sports, watch TV, watch Netflix, game over. Like, they're not really going past the surface level of life. When will we be hit with long-term storage fees? They should have been calculated already, and they're about to be coming up. I think it was August 16th or August 15th. I was actually in London when I submitted my removal. Yeah?
Food's done.
Oh, thank you. Dinner time? You want to say hi to everyone?
Yeah!
You're excited to say hi, aren't you?
Hi!
Ah.
How do you know when comments are up?
When comments are up? Oh, over here, watch. Let's see.
Open the windows now that it's not so loud?
Yeah, open the windows. It's getting hot in here. Luna's here to say hi to you guys. Luna, we were talking about the earth being flat. What do you think about that?
I think it's like right.
You think it's right now? You told me I was crazy just a half hour ago. You told me the earth was definitely round. What do you think? Is it flat or is it round?
Round.
You think it's round. Why do you think it's round?
Because it is.
Because it is? What's your proof?
So right.
No, you don't be crazy. Just be calm and tell me. What do you think? Why is it round?
Because I've seen it on a globe.
Because you've seen a globe before, yeah? Yeah, that proves it, huh?
Yeah.
The woman that bought you the candy was on the live stream, and she was asking, what kind of toys do you like? What kind of toys do you like?
I like educational toys and squishy ones.
Educational and squishy. You're hilarious. That's so funny.
So you want a squishy globe that's round?
You want a squishy globe that's round?
I listen
Why?
to all of it.
It's just the microphone. Luna loves listening to the headphones because you can hear your voice through the microphone. Look at everyone saying hi to you. BTS says hi, Luna. They said Luna is so cute. Miner's Treasure said, hey, Rosa. Look, everyone said hi, Luna. Hey, Rosa. Zenflip sent you some balloons. I think Alyssa's in her room doing some homework.
I'll go get her to come.
I don't think she's going to want to come.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, let's see.
Yes, yes, yes.
You can't help but sing, huh? If the Earth may be flat, does that mean the Luna may be flat? Why are the sun and the moon round? I don't know, guys. I don't know all the answers to the questions.
My sister said no.
Yeah, I figured. Hey, I'm gonna end the broadcast because it's dinner time. Stop.
Let's make your plate.
You sound like a puppy. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Conspiracies, investigations into the unknown. Don't believe what they told you. If you guys like this broadcast, please smash the like button. If you think I'm crazy, please smash the like button. Basically, just smash the like button. But for real, leave some comments down below. If anything that I said in this broadcast interested you or you have further questions regarding anything, please put that in the chat or in the comments, and I will come back and answer it. I answer all my YouTube comments, all of them. And if you guys think I should make a show, conspiracy theories, hard to say, a show where I talk about like conspiracy theories or ancient astronauts or aliens or whatever, mythology, ancient history, whatever, just like a non-reselling show, put that comment down there because that would be really fun. And I'm interested to see how many of you guys would actually tune in to watch that, because as much fun as I have talking to you guys about books and reselling, I think I would have even more fun talking about unknown stuff, history, all that type of non-mainstream knowledge. I would love to make videos about that and just talk to you guys about it. I don't know if other people are already doing it. Really don't even care. I just like to do my own thing. But I have a massive library and I've read thousands of books about this stuff. So my head is jam-packed full of this kind of alternative knowledge, and I would love to share it with you guys. So once again, thank you for tuning in. And I know you guys are making some comments right now, but those comments don't actually stay on the broadcast. So like after the broadcast gets posted, come back and leave a comment that says, you know, you'd be interested in me making that broadcast, or you appreciated this or whatever. And if you think I'm crazy, and then this is the crazy talks or whatever, like, again, guys, I'm not saying I'm a flat earther. I'm just saying I dug into it over the last 48 hours, and I'm not so certain that the earth is spherical anymore. There's not a lot of proof for it, right? So sorry, I totally like trolled the whole broadcast and switched lanes. Now I'm going to have to switch the title on this. I'm going to add flat earth to the title of this video, which makes no sense for people that are going to see it later. But I'm excited. I had a good talk. I'm happy to be into my new house and still unpacking out of boxes or whatever. But I will be live every Monday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You guys can call in and ask me whatever you guys want. 209-83 Reezy. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until the next time, if you ain't flipping, you slipping.